Hi YouTube, this is Senshi Reviews and I'm here to review the amazing book Binding Spell by Christine Pope. I gave this book a 3.5 out of 5-star rating, and here's why. There was a lot less going on in the book, in this particular book, than in the other books, and it also wasn't immediately established that this was a prequel to Ashes of Roses, and so it was kind of hard to follow the timeline. So, I like the characterizations of the characters, though. I couldn't figure out if this was actually based on a fairy tale or based on just something from the author's own imagination. But either way, I enjoyed it. I'm not versed in every single fairy tale out there. You could say I'm a little mainstream that way. But I have fairy tale books now, so I can remedy that. Anyway. Sorry, there's static electricity, and my hair just doesn't like static electricity at all. So it's clinging to my face and being very uncomfortable. Anyway, but yes, we have a main character who is basically kidnapped in the place of the princess of Sirlinde, and she's taken, I guess, to the north. That's the other reason why I'm not the biggest fan of this book as I was of the other books. The other books had a little bit more, you could see the geography a little bit better, but this one, it was really, really hard to tell what the geography was. And so, landscape-wise, I got lost a lot. And I got a little confused, got a little like, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. So, that was a problem, and, one of the really good things about this book, though, was the introduction to the magic system. There was more to this magic system than, oh my gosh. I'm that tired, I can't think of anything. There's more to this magic system than meets the eye, and so a lot of people, this is a very disjointed book review, I'm sorry. So it's easier to understand what's going on. That's what I meant. One of the other really fun things that I enjoyed about this book, well, I kind of did enjoy it and I kind of didn't, and there's a lot of personal reasons for why I didn't, but I enjoyed the romance. It was a fun, engaging romance when I wasn't feeling down about my own lack of romantic life, and there are some lovely, beautiful things that should have been beautiful in that just, it wasn't hitting me home, and so basically if you're still recovering from a breakup from someone that you cared about a lot, don't read this book. Wait a while before you read it, I'd say. I'm just trying to tackle my TBR pile, and so I have all these books that I need to read, and I'm actually going to move on to another book at some point. One of the ones on my bookshelf. I don't know which one I'm going to do yet, but it's happening. Anyway, so yeah, but that wasn't why I took a few stars away. No, that wasn't the issue. The romance was actually very good. I liked the romance. There was a lot of character building for that romance. It made sense. All this good stuff that a romance needs, basically, it had. So, there's no issue there. I was just, being me. Personal stuff, I was going through stuff. Anyway, so, okay. The bad guy, I kind of wish there was a little bit more interaction between our two protagonists and our main antagonist. Our main antagonist in the story. Okay, the only antagonist in the story, really, other than man versus each other kind of thing going on. Because the antagonist he was good, but he wasn't good at the same time, if that makes any sense. I really wished I saw more of him, because I think he could have been a really interesting, intriguing antagonist with a little bit more to him. And this was also, I think, one of her longer... No, it wasn't one of her longer books. But, I mean, there could have been a little bit more interaction, a little bit more animosity shown between the antagonist and, Lark. I now remember her name. The female character's name is Lark, and the evil guy, and she could sense the putrefaction, the disgusting magic of the evil guy, whose name escapes me. I can't remember. I'm tired, sorry. But anyway, so there's all this interesting stuff going on, and I'm like, I want more. This is a book I think that would have benefited from actually being longer than 320 pages. Or almost 320 pages. I really do think it would have actually been better, and I wish it was. I wish we'd seen a little bit more of it, so we could gain a better understanding of what's going on, of the world around it, of the kind of political situation, because I think that was another missed point, or a missed opportunity in there, was the political situation. It's a very delicate political situation when the daughter of a great house, foreign great house, that's due to Sir Linde, yes, but still a great house honored by the Emperor, and that's a huge wasted opportunity. The fact that where's the political fallout of the fact that this other guy had offered to marry this girl for some reason that we don't even know. Like, really, that was so brief and so, like, where'd that come from? And granted, I understand wanting the main character us to feel what our main character's feeling, where she's thinking, where'd that come from? Kind of thing. So yes, I understand that, but I feel like that's a missed opportunity, and I wish we could have expanded on that a little bit more. I think this book would have benefited from from being 150 to 200 pages longer than it actually was. I actually would have been very interested in this book being longer. I understand people like keeping novels short, but again, there's sometimes the book should be longer. It's like A Court of Thorns and Roses probably should be a little bit shorter, but I'm still looking forward to the book when it comes out next, to the second book of the series when it comes out next month, because I have a sneaking suspicion that book will, as anything Sarah J. Maas tends to write, it'll pick up. And so, I feel like Christine Pope is kind of like, she's the opposite of Maas. She needs to actually, in some cases in her stories, write more. And sometimes when you feel like everything tied up a little too perfectly in a bow, go back and add a little bit more conflict. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm actually doing that with a fairy tale book that I'm writing too. So, you know, I'm going back and adding more conflict because I want more conflict in there. It's a Beauty and the Beast retelling, so about half of it's like overcoming Stockholm Syndrome. Or it's like Stockholm Syndrome happening. I don't really know. It's a joke, in case anybody's wondering. Probably not made in good taste, but whatever. It's 9 o'clock at night. I don't make good jokes in good taste at this time of the evening. Nope. Anyway, so yes, there's room to improve, and I'll say I didn't like this book as much as I liked the other two, but there's more involved. There's more books that she's written. I've started reading Night Music, by Christine Pope, and I'm already enjoying that one. It's a modern retelling of Phantom of the Opera, so I'm already enjoying that one actually a lot better than Binding Spell. Granted, this is a different kind of genre. Technically, there's a bit more going on here, but I'm enjoying that book a lot better, and when I finish it, I'll explain why. For one thing, it's longer. That there's that longer note. I think Night Music is actually going to would be a good example of Christine Pope and how, what she should have done with Binding Spell, almost. At least that's the impression that I'm getting from what I've read of it so far. But we'll see. Who knows? Who knows? But I'm getting that impression. So anyway, everybody have a good night, and enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. If you want to stay up late, the night is young. If you have to go to school or go to work tomorrow, I have both tomorrow, so go to bed. Please do yourself a favor and go to bed. Night.